There are stories that shimmer quietly beneath the glamour of celebrity life. Stories not written by screenwriters or composed by PR teams, but by the people who watch, admire, and believe. Among the swirling galaxies of fandoms across Asia, few shine as brightly as those orbiting Zhan and Wang Yibo, two names that have transcended screens to become symbols of resilience, creativity, and unity. What began as admiration for two talented young men evolved into a worldwide movement, a pulse that beats with generosity, artistry, and hope. This isn't just about entertainment anymore. It's about hearts sinking to the rhythm of kindness. The spark that started a storm. Imagine a night in 2019. Screens across the globe flicker to life with the Untamed. Two characters, Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji, step into history. Their chemistry ignites an emotional wildfire that races across borders, across languages, across oceans. But what followed wasn't just fandom. It was a phenomenon. People who had never met, who spoke different tongues, found themselves bound by shared emotion. There was something magnetic, something healing, in the way Zhan's warmth and Wang Yibo's quiet fire came alive on screen. From that moment, fans didn't just watch, they acted, turning admiration into action. Across continents, the fandom began to ask a new question. How can we make the world a little better, the way they make us feel? From that spark, fan projects started to bloom like stars across a midnight sky. In China, fan clubs organized charity drives in Zhan's name, sponsoring children's education, donating to disaster relief, and sending aid to rural areas. One unforgettable project was the Zhan Love Reading Room, a nationwide effort that built libraries in underfunded schools. Children who had once studied with tattered textbooks now sat surrounded by stories, their laughter echoing through halls painted in bright colors. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo's fans, inspired by his discipline and generosity, turned admiration into environmental action. They launched projects under names like Green for Yibo and Yibo's Clean Earth. Teams of fans gathered in parks, riversides, and city streets, cleaning up trash and planting trees. One fan wrote online, "He rides fast, dances sharp, and works hard. We can't all be Wang Yibo, but we can bring his energy to the world." That's how the magic started, one act at a time. The power of love across borders. In Thailand, fans organized blood drives and relief efforts after floods. In the Philippines, Zhan supporters raised funds for typhoon victims. In South Korea, Wang Yibo's birthday was celebrated by donating supplies to orphanages. When Zhan faced difficult times, his global fanbase didn't just stand behind him. They rose like a wave of compassion. Thousands donated to mental health charities, promoting kindness online under hashtags like #BeKindWithXC and #SupportWithLove. From Canada to Malaysia, fans printed uplifting messages in public spaces, reminding strangers to smile today. It wasn't about defending a celebrity. It was about spreading empathy, mirroring the grace and humility Zhan showed in the face of adversity. Wang Yibo's fandom followed suit with equal brilliance. His birthday campaigns became annual global charity festivals. In 2023, a group of international fans funded wheelchair donations and rehabilitation programs for children with mobility challenges. Their message? We race for love. Scenes that take your breath away. Picture this. In a small classroom in rural Gansu province, the sunlight dances across new bookshelves. On the wall hangs a plaque, donated by Zhan fans, for every child who dares to dream. A little boy runs his fingers over the letters, his face lighting up as he opens a book for the first time. Halfway across the world, in a seaside town in the Philippines, a team of young volunteers wearing red shirts that read, Yibo riders carry boxes of rice and canned food. They hand them to families who lost their homes to a storm. One woman clutches a child to her chest and says, "Thank you. Tell him thank you for inspiring this." These moments never make the headlines, but they ripple through humanity like quiet miracles. The art of fan projects, creativity with purpose. If you think fan projects are just about posters or birthday ads, You've never seen the sheer artistry of the Xiao and Wang fandoms. Fans don't simply celebrate, they create. One global campaign transformed a virtual birthday celebration into a world map of love. Fans pinned their cities online and shared local acts of kindness, from feeding stray animals to donating school uniforms. The map glittered with thousands of pins, a constellation spelling out devotion. Another group of Xiao fans designed handmade crafts and sold them online, funneling all profits to fund surgeries for children with congenital heart defects. The slogan read, "Healing Hearts with Xiao." For Wang Yibo's birthday, his fans from Vietnam to Peru organized an international motorcycle relay, riders zooming through their hometowns carrying banners of Speed for Good, raising money per kilometer for clean water initiatives. It wasn't fandom anymore. It was a global orchestra of good deeds, conducted by inspiration. From silence to symphony. There's something extraordinary about the silent strength of these two stars. Xiao, known for his gentle smile and poetic aura, rarely speaks of fame. Wang Yibo, with his quiet intensity and endless curiosity, often lets his actions speak louder than his words. And yet, without grand speeches or slogans, they've moved millions to act. Their fans echo their energy, not through loud words, but through luminous acts of kindness. When the world grew darker in recent years, as isolation and uncertainty spread, the fandoms responded not with chaos, but with care. They sent masks, food, and funds to hospitals. They held online vigils for hope. They learned from their idols that true strength is calm, not loud, gentle, not weak. The heartbeat of unity. One of the most awe-inspiring fan collaborations happened when Xiao and Wang Yibo's fans joined forces. Yes, together. It began quietly, on Weibo and Twitter threads, where mutual respect slowly replaced rivalry. Then came the idea, let's build something that represents both of them, something that is steady. Narration. It picks up the energy of the first piece and dives even deeper into breathtaking scenes, fan emotions, and the movement's impact. Fan projects and charity work inspired by Xiao and Wang Yibo, the heartbeat continues. Soft piano notes ripple under the glow of city lights. Somewhere in the noise of the world, a quiet kindness begins to stir again, born from screens, shaped by hearts, and carried by millions who call themselves fans of Xiao and Wang Yibo. You can almost feel it, the hum of hope, the pulse of people who've turned admiration into action. Scene 1. The Classroom of Dreams. Imagine a small village in the mountains of Guizhou. Mist curls around the rooftops, and in one modest classroom, rows of children sit before brand-new desks. The walls, once cracked and faded, now shimmer with color. In the center of the room hangs a banner. Gifted with love, Xiao Global Fans. A little girl opens a brand-new storybook, tracing the bright characters with trembling fingers. Her teacher smiles and whispers, "These books came from people all around the world. They believe in you." The camera pans across a globe spinning slowly, the dots of light, China, Malaysia, Canada, Peru, all glowing at once. A single message connects them. Do good, and the world will remember. Scene 2. The Riders of Hope. Now shift the lens to a bustling city in Vietnam. The roar of engines cuts through the morning air, not for a race, but for a cause. Dozens of bikers dressed in green jackets gather under a banner reading, "Ride for Yibo, Speed for Good." Each kilometer they ride raises money for local children's hospitals. Onlookers cheer as the bikes roll by, their headlights glinting like tiny stars on asphalt. One rider takes off his helmet, sweat and joy shining in his eyes. He says to the camera, "He taught us to keep moving forward, no matter how rough the road." And they do. Every spin of the tire leaving behind trails of hope. Scene 3. The Digital River of Light. Online, another miracle unfolds. Thousands of fans across Twitter, Weibo, and Instagram gather for an annual charity chain challenge. For every comment, like, or repost, sponsors donate a small amount to environmental cleanup projects. Within hours, Hashtags like hashtag BeKindWithXZ and hashtag GreenFurryBoss surge across feeds, turning timelines into rivers of compassion. There are no hateful debates, no competition, only love flowing endlessly from one heart to another. A message flashes on screen. We may not know each other's names, but our kindness connects us. It's breathtaking how two artists can turn the chaos of social media into a symphony of empathy. Scene 4. A letter that changed a life. Somewhere in Indonesia, a young woman named Ronnie writes a letter. Dear Xiao, I used to think I was invisible. Then I saw you smile even when the world was harsh. It gave me courage. I started volunteering at a shelter. I thought if you can stay gentle, so can I. She folds the letter, takes a deep breath, and posts it online under hashtag HealingHeartsWithXZ. Within hours, replies flood in. Fans from 20 countries echo her words, each sharing their own story of healing. That single post blossoms into a project. Fans organize donations to the shelter Ronnie supports. Within weeks, food and supplies arrive. A ripple from one heart, amplified by thousands, becomes a wave of change. Scene 5. The Festival of Light. It's night in Chengdu. The sky is painted with 1,000 tiny lanterns. Families gather by the river, each lantern carrying a note. For Xiao, for Yibo, for kindness, for love, for tomorrow. One floats past, bearing a child's handwriting. Thank you for the library. Another reads, I learned to dream because you did. From above, the lights merge, golden dots forming two characters. I love. The camera lingers. The music swells. This isn't fiction. This is the living legacy of fandom turned into family. Scene 6. Beyond Borders. Across continents, fan communities now work hand in hand. In Brazil, fans paint murals of positivity messages quoting Xiao words, be humble, be kind, be brave. The proceeds from mural events fund art supplies for disadvantaged schools. In South Korea, Wang fans collaborate with local NGOs to donate winter coats to children in need. Every coat has a small tag inside reading, Stay warm, with love from Yibo fans. From Kenya to Germany, fan clubs mirror one another's energy, transforming birthday celebrations into charity seasons, anniversaries into awareness campaigns. They call it the chain of warmth. And it's unbreakable. Scene 7. The moment of reflection. Cut to a montage. Volunteers unloading boxes stamped XC Global Aid. Riders waving Yibo flags as they cross a bridge at dawn. Children laughing in their new classrooms. A fan holding a handmade poster that reads, Kindness is our fandom. Voiceover. It's more than admiration. It's action. More than fandom. It's family. More than charity. It's a shared heartbeat. And that heartbeat, steady, strong, and luminous, continues to echo in every act of compassion. Scene 8. The artists behind the movement. What's striking is how neither Xiao nor Wang ever ask for any of this. They simply are. Xiao's quiet humility, his resilience through storms, his genuine care for his craft, it makes people believe that gentleness is power. Wang Yibo's determination, his drive, his unshakable focus, it tells people to chase dreams at full speed, but never lose balance. These two energies, calm and fire, fuse within their fandoms. And from that fusion blooms a garden of purpose. Every smile rebuilt, every book donated, every dream restored, is a reflection of what they've planted in the hearts of millions. Scene 9. The Global Family. Zoom out to a virtual map glowing with us. Every fan club, every club the mission. A fan from Canada donates blood. A fan from the Philippines starts a food program. A fan from Nigeria builds a reading corner in a community center. Each action whispers the same vow. We learned this from them. It's no longer about distance or culture. It's about unity. The way kindness bridges oceans, the way admiration becomes a universal language. Scene 10. The final message. The music softens. The visuals fade into a warm sunset. Xiao Zhan's gentle smile blending with Wang Yibo's steady gas.